Mr. Salvador Dalí. Now, I could talk at great length about the reproductions in this book of his magnificent paintings, but surprisingly enough, Mr. Dalí asked me not to. He is here tonight to give a helping hand to another artist who currently has one of his paintings on exhibit at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, and before that, it was to be seen at the National Gallery in Washington. Now, for the benefit of those of you around the country who have not had the opportunity to see this masterpiece, here is Salvador Dalí's presentation of Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa.
Only Salvador Dalí and Gala, Madame Dalí, know the significance and the tremendous tragical enigma of Mona Lisa de Leonardo da Vinci.
Maestro has just said, I've got a secret.
I've Got a Secret, brought to you tonight by Tony, creator of fine beauty products for the woman who prefers the natural look of beauty care at home. Now, from New York, here is I've Got a Secret, starring Gary Moore.
Welcome to another, and I promise you, unpredictable edition of I've Got a Secret. Now that you have seen Maestro Salvador Dalí, let us meet the artists and models on our panel. First, the great abstractionist, Mr. Bill Cullen. Next, our own Mona Lisa, smiling Betsy Palmer. Our great post-impressionist, Henry Gauguin. And finally, our own Venus de Meyerson. That's our... Panel, are you all set to play the game? Now, when the Mona Lisa was on exhibit at the National Gallery, it was given a room all to itself. Now, there's only one other painting that has ever had that honor to have a room by itself. The name of that painting was The Last Supper. The name of the artist was Salvador Dalí. Welcome, Mr. Dalí. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us tonight. Now, I know that in the past you have been asked to explain the significance of some of your paintings by people who, frankly, didn't understand them. Now, we have behind these curtains back here the works of some somewhat lesser-known artists, the members of our panel. So, turnabout is fair play, and we're going to ask the panel each to come up one by one. We will show Maestro his picture, the picture of the panelist, painted by the panelist, and he will explain it to the maestro. So, Bill, we'll start with you, and now we will unveil the painting by Bill Cullen. Now, would you explain that to Mr. Dalí, please?
Yeah. Well, I've always been an admirer of Henri Matisse, and I like his colors, and I copied this orange out of a book, one of his reproductions, and this red, and this green just sort of muddied itself up. But I got the orange and red of Matisse, and the idea is to explain that this is a vase on a table, Mr. Dalí. By the way, I've admired your work for many, many years. Great, really. And the flowers you see extend beyond the painting, and there are two reasons for that, sir. One is that flowers, like our dreams, are constantly out of our reach. They are never quite attainable. And the other is, I was sitting too close to the vase, which is how it happened. I started too high, and that's all, Maestro, and I'm sorry. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. No comment.
Mr. Dalí says no comment. Betsy Palmer, let's see if you fare better in impressing Mr. Dalí. We will hereby unveil the painting by Betsy Palmer.
Well, Mr. Dalí, this is an eye, as you can well tell, and this is a clock. Now, I thought since you were going to be with us tonight and you not only paint your own eyes so magnificently, but clocks so well. In fact, you paint clocks that usually are very tired and very limpid. This is a stiff clock. And as you will see, all the little numbers of the clock have flown from the face. That means time is flying. It's also on the... It's on the run also because I have given it legs in running position. Up here, the eye is watching time flying. In other words, I see the time has flown. I use different methods. And you'd like to know how I got that background.
Have you any comment on that, sir?
No comment.
Now we will see how Henry Morgan fared.
Come on, wait. No, I have to explain before you show it.
All right.
By the way, I'm the only man that Gary has ever seen have a Tony in his office. I should explain, Senor Dalí, that I cannot paint. I cannot even draw. So I thought what I would do is make a picture of the most beautiful word in the English language. It's not a very good picture, but it is a beautiful word. Now, when I showed it to the production staff here, they said, what are you trying to do, cop a plea? That's an Americanism, I don't know what it means. I said, no, I believe that. If I had to leave a message, if I died tomorrow morning, I would leave this word. It's pretty bad. The painting, the word, magnificent.
Excuse me, Maestro. And finally, Bess Meyerson, if you will come up here, please. I'd like you to show Maestro Dalí just what it is that you have created, and here we go.
I've been a great admirer of you, sir, and I believe you to be the greatest, one of the greatest living painters. And so, impressed by your symbolism, I tried to paint a picture depicting symbolism in my life, or part of my life. Now, this knight in shining armor is the defender of justice, and he carries his spear and his shield, and he goes along the straight and narrow path. And, of course, there's a rock in every path that some of us stumble over, but some of us fall and get up again. And over here we have a little man on horse who is the defender of man, and he defends the poor and the children and the lame and so on. And my flower and the sun is the symbol of life, because the sun gives rain and sunshine, and the flower grows, and from the flower we get pollen, and the bees all over get life from the flower, and they give honey, and honey for people, and people derive life and and so on.
Maestro, does this picture say anything to you?
No comments. No comments, but...
Sir, just a moment, Bess. Now, Senor Dalí, Miss Meyerson says that this is a copy that she made of a picture of yours, an original, which you gave to her husband and which hangs on the wall in her home. Do you recognize this as having any connection with any former work of yours?
Yes, there's one copy.
Yes, do you know Arnold Grant?
He's one of my best friends.
Arnold Grant and Bess Meyerson were recently married. And that's how she came. And that's how she came by your original picture.
And also you receive sometimes one gift for your wedding.
This is beautiful. We love it.
Marvelous. Now, panel and audience, we have a rare treat in store for us, really, to help you with your painting careers. You will have an opportunity to study Senor Dalí's technique, and if we can remove these masterpieces, we'll bring out a fresh canvas, untouched, for Senor Dalí. No, a little too far. Now, sir, if you will proceed. What medium are you working in, sir?
No, you choose something this afternoon, but myself, no.
May I tell them what it is you're working in? This he calls dynamic painting. Well, the material is immaterial, really.
Is already? Okay. Very strong.
Very strong? Yes. Shaving cream.
Pardon. Is this all?
Push forward, yes. That's it.
Bye-bye. Bye. Good luck.
Marvelous. Remove it? All right. Now, Senor wants to use a fixative so that this masterpiece may be preserved for the universe. You ruined it! Abstract. Abstract.
Funniest flying ever in the whole world. Lots of luck to you, my dear. Looks like the theater tonight.
Gee, it was so good, and he had a...
In 10 minutes, I'm due in the theater. To go to the theater. We'll be back with you again right after this important message.
Turn a good little pudding into a great big treat with Dream Whip. Turn a piece of pie into a masterpiece with Dream Whip. Turn a pretty cake into a party cake with Dream Whip dessert topping. Light and lovely, fresh and fluffy. Dream Whip makes all kinds of good desserts look and taste so much better. Better looking because Dream Whip will stay fluffy for hours in your refrigerator. Lets you get desserts ready long before dinner. Dream Whip won't wilt or separate. Better tasting because now new improved Dream Whip has the freshest, richest new flavor ever whipped. A new creamier texture too. Yet it's even lower in calories, only 14 per tablespoon serving. So turn yourself into a dessert expert with Dream Whip. Keep several boxes on hand. Dream Whip, another fine product of General Foods.
Friends, we have enjoyed being with you this evening, most of us. And Betsy said if I ever get caught in the rain, I'll be the only actor in town with a head on his
We're going
suit.
to call you Bubbles.
And so until next week at this same time, when we're all going to come back and shave my suit, this to be Gary Moore saying bye-bye for all of us. Be very kind to each other, will you? And goodbye out there.
Ready, Miss Morgan?
Smile a little, frown a little, give a little grin. Every time you use your face, dry skin lines set in. You need new Deep Magic Dry Skin Conditioner.
New Deep Magic is completely non-greasy, keeps skin moist, supple, never cakes under makeup.
Why don't you guard against aging dry skin lines? Use new Deep Magic Dry Skin Conditioner.
I've Got a Secret has been brought to you tonight by the Tony family of home permanents, including Tonette.
The home permanent maid was the younger woman in mind.
Preceding program was pre-recorded. This is John Cannon speaking. permanents, including Tonette.
Stone permanent made with...
Oh, boy.
All righty, let's forge ahead and welcome our first contestant. Please, sir, do enter. Will you tell our panel, please, sir, what your name is and where you're from?
My name is Al Santmeyer. I'm from San Diego, California.
It's Al Santmeyer, S-A-N-T-M-Y-E-R, from San Diego, California. And panel, recently, Mr. Santmeyer had a, to say the least, unusual experience. And if he will whisper his secret to me, we will show the audience just how he spent an unusual 3 hours in the water. All right, panel, the clue concerns something he did, and Betsy, thanks to your performances of South Pacific, you spent more time underwater recently than anybody else on the panel, so we'll start with you.
I am pretty well waterlogged, all right. Mr. Santmeyer, did this have to do with you being under the water?
Yes.
For instance, were you underwater snorkeling, something like that?
Yes.
With equipment? Did it have to do with the length of time that... Besides the 3 hours?
No.
No, I guess it must be where you were under the water would be more like it that we'd like to find out.
And snorkeling is not an entirely accurate description of what you were doing. It was scuba, wasn't it?
diving, maybe?
Yes, that's more like
Did you lose your buddy?
No, heavens no.
Your buddy was with you then. You were with someone else down below.
Oh, yes.
Then was it in an unusual location of rocks and things like that under the water with unusual animals? Were you wrapped in the arms of an octopus for 3 hours?
Not quite.
$20 down, $60 to go. We go, please, to Henry Morgan.
Mr. Santmeyer, is your companion mentioned in the secret?
He participated, but he's not mentioned.
Yeah. Now, Betsy asked, were you in an odd place? Was it odd?
Decidedly, yes.
Well, Mr. Sandler, may I say it was in an ocean, and it was the circumstances rather than the actual location that were unusual. Would you go along with that? Thanks.
No.
Okay.
Were you under against your will?
No.
You wanted to be where you were?
Yes.
Were you in a shipwreck?
No.
Were you in anything man-made?
No.
Were you in a place nobody had been in before?
No, I think other people had been in the same location, probably, but not under the same circumstances.
Did you see anything that other people had not seen?
Probably, yes.
$40 down, $40 to go, and I think probably as honest an answer as it is probably possible to make. Now we go now to Bess, please.
I was working under the delusion that it had something to do with a rescue mission, but it had nothing to do with that, did it? Instead of people, were you there to find some hidden treasure?
No.
Well, were other people involved beside the buddy?
Yes.
Were you down there to save some people?
No.
Rescue people? Oh, no, because Gary gave me one of these looks of his. And it wasn't an unusual treasure or a boat or either very old or very recent kind of apparatus that you discovered.
Apparatus? No.
Or ship, I don't know where.
The reason I started a little bit when you said, was he involved in a rescue effort, that was not the purpose of his being down there, but an ultimate rescue did result. Is that proper to say? All right, Henry, we'll give you another chance as soon as we hear from Bill.
Al, did it have to do with a naval operation? I know
No.
San Diego's a naval base. Were you stuck down there?
No.
No, we couldn't.
Were you in San Diego? I mean, in the area of San Diego?
Yes, in the San Diego
You were
area.
right in that area. And the person rescued eventually was not you?
Now you were jumping to conclusions.
A rescue that did not come off as such?
No.
Sakes, no.
You're still there? Oh, that's
All right, panel, instead of telling you Mr. Santmeyer's secret, let me first show you... Oh, now, Henry, I told you I'd get back. Promise
No,
I'd get back to you.
I probably missed. I thought it had something to do with a submarine.
No, it did not have to do with the submarine. Here's a picture which I will show you. And here you see not Mr. Santmeyer himself, but a buddy of his astride a 45-foot live whale. Here is the head of the whale. Here is his buddy back here. Oh, no, that's you in the picture, isn't it?
Yes.
That is Mr. Santmeyer in the picture astride the whale. Now we go below the water, and here is his buddy, also astride the whale. Now, Mr. Santmeyer, along with his 3 friends, spent the afternoon riding the back of a live 45-foot whale. Will you tell us how this whole thing came about?
We saw this whale. We thought at first he was asleep. So we jumped in the water and started taking pictures. And we found out that he had become entangled in a anchor line to a gill net, commercial net. And this was looped over his tail, and he had dragged this probably throughout the night. And he was exhausted, and we were able to get up close to him and work with him for this 3 hours and actually slide up on his back and ride him like a horse.
And what was his reaction to these tiny, tiny creatures crawling all over him?
Well, he watched us rather closely. You could see his eyeball follow us through the water. He rocked a little. He would shake his head under the water, but he wasn't overly disturbed, perhaps through exhaustion.
Yes, Henry?
Well, I was just thinking, wouldn't it be sad, you know, for with the little creatures on his back if the whale had an itch and he couldn't scratch it? You know. Did you cut him free is what I really wanted to know.
Oh, yes. At the end of after we finished taking our pictures, we dove down and actually released the line that was secured to his flukes. He gave a few flips just to see if he was still all there, and then he took off in a normal fashion, and the last we saw of him, he was heading south, spouting, and just as happy as could be.
Of course, the luckiest whale in the world, because had he not been eaten by sharks, which I'm surprised that he hadn't already been attacked by predatory fish, he would most certainly have either drowned because the anchor was constantly pulling him down, and as I understand, he had to struggle to get to the top to breathe, and then he'd be pulled down again. Or he would have just stayed there and died of malnutrition. So he was a lucky, lucky fellow that 3 little insects came along and crawled along his back. And thank you, sir, very, very much, and happy whaling. Thank you. Now, we'll be back with you in just a moment, but first, let's watch this.
This is a highway engineer plotting a roadbed elevation. He can't afford to run out of ink, so he uses the Papermate Piggyback pen. The famous pen with a built-in spare refill. Look, 2 points, 2 ink supplies, one on top of the other. Sort of piggyback. Get the pen with the built-in spare refill. The Papermate Piggyback pen.
Now then, with that good word from our client, may we have our next contestants, please. Please, gentlemen. Now, gentlemen, if we will be seated, we will find out by going clockwise what your names are, please.
My name is Joseph Labonte.
Joseph Labonte, L-A-B-O-N-T-E. Sir?
My name is Joseph Labonte.
Yes?
My name is Joseph Labonte.
And naturally, your name, sir?
Philip Labonte.
Philip Labonte. Well, Phil, that must mean then that this is your secret. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, if you'll whisper it to me, we'll show it at the same time to our audience at home. Well, under the circumstances, I can't say I'm entirely surprised. Tell me more, if you will. All righty. That surprises me. And, panel, I really don't know how to give you a proper clue in this secret. The best I can tell you is it concerns, and listen carefully, it concerns something that he was and something that all 4 of them are. And we'll start the questioning with Henry, please.
Because I have such an alert look on my face. If it's something you were, does it have to do
It's
with
something that he was, something they all are.
Here. Okay. Was it, was it in the Army?
No. No.
Because I was trying to think of something you were that you aren't anymore, you know, like a sergeant or whatever. Was I warm there? Something you were and you aren't anymore? Well, that eliminates relationships. Did you have a title?
No. No.
Listen, Joe, you keep quiet. I'm talking to Joe. But I'm talking to Joe. You don't have to answer Joe. I am sorry. I got a big blank in my head because I can't think of something that...
All right, $20 down, $60 to go. We go, please, to Bess.
Now, Philip, Gary was very specific about spelling out the last name. Does it have anything to do with the last name?
No.
Part
No.
of the secret? No.
No.
Does it have anything to do with a sport?
No.
Because you all look like you're sort of in the ring or something.
Well, they're a rugged bunch of fellas. but-
Rugged, really rugged. That you were and all of them are. You were
It's
once
a tough
called
clue,
Joseph.
and I'm sorry I can't be more specific. $40 down and 40 to go, and we go to Bill Cullen.
I'll take a wild guess because the clue is so offbeat.
Right.
About what he was and they are. His name was Joseph. That's what he was. Is that right?
That's half of the secret. His name was Joseph.
And they are all...
They all...
That's not fair.
Who
You
said,
let Bill alone.
Who said we're entitled to be fair? $60 down and $20 to go, and wet beds.
Bill says his name was Joe. He wrote this down. And they are all brothers.
That's absolutely right. This is a fact. They were all of them Joseph Labani, except that this Joseph got tired of the whole thing and changed his name to Philip. Now, didn't this make for a kind of a furor around the house? I mean, when your mom said, "Hey, Joe," didn't everybody come running?
No, we didn't use it around the house. We used our second names.
But Joseph is your legal name, each of you. But your mom also had another name for you. What did she call you, sir?
Henry.
Henry.
Hervey.
Hervey.
Ray.
Ray. And he was the one who changed his name to Philip. Now, why did you do that?
Well, it was kind of difficult using Joseph, so I had it changed to Philip.
I understand you had some confusion in the Army or in the Air Corps.
Well, myself and Ray enlisted together in the Air Force. Every time our TI would yell out Labani, we would both jump up. And when he said Joseph, we would still both jump up. So after a while, he got tired of it, and he just forgot our names.
The best thing that could possibly happen to you. Well, Philip, your other brothers haven't bothered to change their name. Now, what is you have a son. And what is your son's name?
Philip Jr.
Philip Jr., so he's not going to have to be bothered with this Joseph confusion, huh? Well, thank you all very much for being with us here on The Name's the Same. You've been good Joes about the whole thing, and thanks so much. Now, Bess, would you mind coming over here to help me, dear? Have yourself a seat.
All right.
Now, at this point, I would like to do the commercial, Bess, but I like to talk about Tony, but if you would like to add anything as I go along, please feel free to, say what you got to say.
Right, Gary. As a matter of fact, I just had a Tony home permanent the other day.
Oh?
And so many new permanents look curly when they're brand new, but not Tony.
Uh-huh. Well, now that is because...
Oh, well, of course, the reason is Tony's hidden body. No other permanent has it. Do you know what hidden body does? No, well, let me tell you. It gives your hair a special kind of body or holding power so that it will hold the shape of any hairstyle. And that's another beautiful thing about Tony. I can get any style I want. I just use different size rollers when I set it. Now, for a smooth style, I'd set my Tony on big rollers like these. Mm-hmm. That's right. And if I wanted a style with a little more curl, like I'm wearing tonight, well, I'd set it on smaller rollers, like those. Thanks, Gary. Well, I can tell you one thing. A Tony with hidden body is the most natural-looking permanent I've ever had.
Well, I'm certainly glad, Bess, that I asked you to come up here and help me with the commercial. A lot of people would have come up and taken over and done the whole thing themselves, but not you.
No.
Well, at least I'll have the last line. Have a Tony with hidden body.
Tomorrow.